What's up, YouTube? Got a yo-yo review to do today. This is the G Squared Yoyos Reaper. So, the Reaper, one of the latest releases from G Squared Yoyos, was actually on sale at East Coast Masters. Here's a Reaper. Let's, I guess, get into the specs, at least the specs that I think this one is. I've weighed it. My scale's not the best, and I've measured it a little bit. So, diameter comes in around 56 millimeters. The width is about 44 millimeters, maybe like 44.1 or 2. A little, just, yeah, 44-ish millimeters. Weight comes in right around just over 66 grams. So, pretty standard size and spec for G Squared Yoyos, and it's got a nice, super nice, like, bead blast finish, very similar to the way that my Banshee 2018 feels. Pretty similar color too. This is a little darker than my Banshee, but let's kind of compare it a little bit. So this is sort of I'm gonna cut right to the chase. I really like this yo-yo a lot. I tried this and the Covenant and the Life, and this was my favorite yo-yo on the table at East Coast Masters for the G Squared table. Loved it. Love this yo-yo. It's really good. It kind of harkens back to some previous G Squared yo-yos, but also, to me, kind of has a little bit of the CLYW type of feel to it, which, I'm a big CLYW fan, as well as a big G Squared fan, so very cool. Took some design elements from the Wolf a little bit. Doesn't have as interesting of a cup design, but you can see it's sort of got the same, like, nipple there, and the weight distribution, it kind of feels sort of a cross between a Wolf and a Pelican, at least the original Pelican, on the string. So, as you can see, here's the Wolf and the Pelican. Here is the Covenant, and you know, it clearly a little close, a little more organic than either of these. I would say this is sort of about, as far as you had the Life, the Reaper, and the Covenant on the table at East Coast Masters, and I think those are kind of the three yo-yos, more or less, that G Squared, the regular size yo-yos that G Squared is going to have out for this year, or I don't know how Jake does things. I'm not gonna even guess. This would be the like middle ground of between most chill and most competition oriented. Plenty stable, plenty long spinning, but clearly not as competition oriented or designed as, say, the Covenant is, or some of those bimetals that are coming up, or what have you. So kind of a nice middle of the road everyman type of yo-yo, and I gotta say, this is probably my favorite G Squared since, like, what came out second, the Wolf or since the Banshee. So I would put this right up there with the Banshee and the Wolf. Really great G Squared yo-yo, one of my favorite ones to date. Really nice, really kind of just has all the magic that I want a G Squared yo-yo to have. You know, like I said, some of the Wolf similarities, some of the Pelican similarities, but, you know, it's definitely its own thing and in its own sort of separate player, and I really enjoy it. I really have been having a lot of fun with it. This is a really, really nice G Squared yo-yo, and definitely a cool one. I'm excited to see if this is going to get the same type of anodization treatment that some of those tester Lifes had that were East Coast Masters, because those were beautiful, and some of those colorways are just some nice splashes on the Reaper here would certainly be pretty freaking awesome. But let's go throw it around a little bit. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Alright, let's throw this bad boy around a little bit. Like all G Squared yo-yos, when you throw it, it's like 100% dead smooth. Jake wouldn't let you have it otherwise. He'd throw it away. And this is no exception. It's a really smooth yo-yo, and you can really feel that on the string. I should probably be changing this string soon, because the string's making it a little snaggy. But very solid, very comfortable on the throw. Kind of, like I said, sort of, it's not a ton of power, not super floaty, somewhere in between. And I kind of like that. Sort of like middle of the road. It handles all your tricks. Plenty stable, plenty long spinning. But if you prefer a little less competition-y, but not quite, you know, not tough to play, but like floaty, organic, super chill. This is somewhere right around the middle, and I like that. I like that about it a lot. Handles a little bit of speed pretty well. Definitely pretty stable. Grind finish. Tasty. Plus that dead smoothness is very good. The response is nice too. No real thumb grind lip, but big enough in there, probably good. Nah. Gonna push your thumb out. No real thumb grind lip in there. You're not really gonna be able to thumb grind all that well with it. But the finish feels phenomenal. Nice big cup to finger spin in. It's deep enough too that you're not gonna like your finger's not gonna pop out of it. It's not like a lock-in finger spin type of yo-yo, but absolutely finger spins really well. So yeah, that'll handle all your super cool finger spin tricks. Comes off the string real nice. It's a good size for, like, you know, your chopsticks. Easy to catch too, and just cool, man. I like it. It's very middle of the road. It's not so. If I was going to compare it to cars, you know, it's not a big floaty. It's not a floaty Cadillac, and it's not a Maserati. But it's like an Audi or a BMW or something. Just very like it'll get you there, and it'll get you there in style. That's probably the best way to put it. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and take this bad boy apart. I'll show you guys what the insides look like. Take the G Squared Reaper apart. Really like this finish. This bead blast on these solid colors feels really good. This is a very good player. Right. So, as you can see, kind of very organic-y in shape overall. A little step up there, but not much. Just giving it a little more weight in the rims. Add a little stability. It kind of comes down pretty far, too. I like that a lot. That's a cool design element. It looks cool, feels cool, plays cool. You know, we can't argue with that. A little swoop up to the response pad there, and that is beautifully rounded over. Lots of attention to detail. This has been in like design stages for years, I think, and it really shows. Every last detail has kind of been taken care of here. It's a really, really well designed yo-yo, and you can tell that a lot of time and money has been poured into agonizing over the design of this yo-yo. Comes with that centering bearing. I'm not the biggest fan of that, and I've been playing this a lot, so I put a center track in it. I prefer the center track. Personal preference, but the bearing that it comes with is perfectly fine. Came apart nice long axle, so very solid, you know, like daily carry type of yo-yo. Came apart nice, goes back together nice. White pads in there. The white pads are fine. I think the gap is not quite 4.5, so that's probably why the white pads work so well. But they sit perfectly flush, and they work fine. Works very good. It's not slippy at all. So the white pads were the right choice in this, and feels nice. So let's do pros and cons. Pros: great grind finish, finger spinnable. I like the design. It looks really good. You could tell a lot of attention to detail went into this design, and it's just really good overall. It's very middle of the ground as far as like. It's not super competition spec, but you're gonna be able, like, it's stable and long spinning. It's not, you know, but it's still kind of floaty a little bit and kind of chill in its own right, and that's really cool. I like it. I like it very much. Kind of gives me a little bit of, like I said, a CLYW type of vibe, but clearly also has some design elements that a lot of other G Squared yo-yos, or some other G Squared yo-yos, have incorporated before. And I like that as well. Cons, you know, you can't thumb grind on it, but that's not a big deal, really. You know, G Squared's kind of they're pricey yo-yos, so this one would have been $75, $100 for the A grades. Hard to get because G squared only drops so many at a time. And no splashes that I've seen as of yet, but hopefully coming soon. There will be some. Not really cons, any of them. Just I'm hoping to see some cool splashes and custom anos and stuff down the line. But there's really no cons to speak of. This is a great yo-yo. Like I said, this is one of the best G squared yo-yos since like the Banshee. And so far, absolutely one of my favorite yo-yos of the year. And, you know, rightly so. Rightfully so. It's a really good yo-yo. And Jake designs really good yo-yos. G squared puts out really good yo-yos. I'd say this is actually a step up from a lot of other even G squared yo-yos. This is a really good yo-yo. You're gonna want to try to pick up a Reaper basically as soon as you can. This is one of the ones that's sort of a must-have, and regardless of the price, this is one I think most people are gonna like. So try to get your hands on one, to try one, try to get one. This is I think this one's the one. This is good. But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. Check out the G Squared Reaper. Check out all the links down in the description, including gsquaredyoyos.com. And follow Jake and watch his blog and stuff so you know how to get one of these because you want one, because it's really good. But that's going to do it for me today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Cheers to you. I'll see you next time.